the show for the fifth year show for the year 1996, Fiddler on the Roof. The show will be underway in a few moments.
And open your eyes.
No, no, man. Why you get this guy a camera here? It's there.
Where are you looking at it? German! Is Fiddler on the Roof. The fifth years of 1996 have prepared it. They have done all the dancing, the singing, the costumes, everything themselves. So without further ado, let's get down to Fiddler on the Roof.
Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you might say, every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition! 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 Because of our traditions, we've kept our balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to work, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and wear a little prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition get started? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. And because of our traditions, every one of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do. special types. For instance, Yenta, the matchmaker.
Afra, I have a perfect match for your son, a wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Raquel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Well, she can hardly see. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Afra. Is your son so much to look at? The way she sees and the way he looks. It's a perfect match.
And most important of all, our beloved Rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question? Certainly, my son. Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar? A blessing for the Tsar? Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
Then there are the other nobles. They have a much bigger son. His honor, constable. His honor, the priest. His honor, many, many others. We don't bother them, and so far, they don't bother us. And among ourselves, we always get along perfectly well. Tradition, 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 tradition. 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 Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Mama, Mama, where should we put these? Put them on my head, by the stove, foolish girl. Where is Hava? She's in the barn milking. It's almost Sabbath, and he worries a lot when he'll be home. All day long, riding on top of his wagon like a brick. Mama, you know that Papa works hard. His horse works harder. And you don't have to defend your Papa to me. I know him longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. Sprinter, bring me some more potatoes. Have you finished milking? Yes, Mama. You were reading again. Why does a girl have to read? Will it get her better husband? Here. Mama, Mama, yes, this girl, she's down the road. Perhaps she's finally made a match for you, Zalpa. Why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath. Go clean the barn. I want to talk to Yente alone. Mama, Mama, can I go to play? You have feet. Go. Can I go too? Yes, go too. But Mama, the men she finds, the last one was so old. He was bald. He had no hair. A poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey. But Mama, I'm not yet 20 years. Do you have to boast about your age? Inside. Golda, darling. I just had to see you because I have such news for you. And not just every day in the week news, but once in a lifetime news. And where are your daughters? Outside? No? Good. Such diamonds, such jewels. You'll see, Golda. I'll find every one of them a husband. But you shouldn't be so picky. Even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband. God forbid. And who should know better than I? Ever since my husband died, I've been a poor widow, alone. No one to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. Oh, it's no life. All I do at night is lie awake thinking of him. And even thinking of him gives me no pleasure. Because you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living. Everything he touched turned to mud. But better than nothing.
Good evening. Is that in the house?
But she's busy. You can come back later.
But there's something I'd like to tell her.
Later! Oh, Martha, I thought I heard you. Finish what you were doing. I said later. What does that poor little Taylor Motel want with Cycle? Oh, they have been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play. They play? What do they play? Who knows? They're just children. From such children come other children. Motel, he's a nothing. Niente, you said. Children, children. They are your blessing in your old age. But my Aaron couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was as good as gold. Never raised his voice to me, but otherwise he was not much of a man. But what's the use in complaining? Other women enjoy complaining, but not Yente. Well, I must go prepare my poor Sabbath table. So goodbye, Golda, and it was a pleasure talking our hearts out to each other. But Yente, you said you had some news for me. I'm losing my head. Of course the news. It's about Laser Wolf, the butcher, a good man, a fine man. And I don't have to tell you that he's well off. But he's lonely, the poor man. You understand? Of course you do. To make it short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Zeitel. My Zeitel? No, the Tsar Zeitel. Of course you're Zeitel. Oh, such a match for my Zeitel. But Teddy wants to learn it, man. He does not like laser. Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Let laser discuss it himself. He'll win him over. He's a good man, a wealthy man. So you let me know how it went. And you don't have to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, which anyway laser will pay, it gives me satisfaction to make people happy. What better satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golda, and you're welcome. Mama, what did she want? When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish washing the floor. I wonder if Yente found a husband for you, Zeitel. I'm not anxious for Yente to find me a husband. Not unless it's Motel. The tailor. I didn't ask you. Zeitel, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me. And after you, one for me. So Yente... Oh, Yente, Yente, Yente. What? Someone has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves. She might bring someone wonderful. And important. And exciting. And good-looking. You just had your eye on your book. And you had your eye on the rabbi's son. Why not? We only have one rabbi. He only has one son. Why shouldn't I want to pet? Because you're a girl from a poor family. So whatever Yenta brings, you take right. Of course, right. Father, oh father, rabbi made it much for you. He's handsome. He's young. All right, he's 62, but he's a nice man of good heart. True? True. I promise you'll be happy. And even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Ah, but darling. Oh. I found him. Will you be a lucky bride? He's handsome. He's tall. That is from side to side. But he's a nice man of good catch. Right? Right. You heard he has a temper. He'll beat you every night. But only when he's sober. So you're all right. Did you think you'd get a grip? Well, I do the best I can. With no money, no dowry, no family background. Be glad you got a man. Matchmaker, he's all the kind. You're very young, you take your time. How to this minute I misunderstood that I could get stuck so good. Dear Yenta, did I be gentle? Remember, you are also a bride. It's not that I'm sentimental. It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, hand me no plan. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've heard playing with matches that girls can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no vine, catch me no catch, unless he's a matchless man. Woo!
Today I am a horse. Dear God, did you have to make my horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevye. Bless him with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What have you against my horse? Sometimes I think when things are too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what mischief I can play on my friend Tevye.
You're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll deal with you later.
Where is your horse?
Oh, he was invited to the blacksmith for the Sabbath.
Well, hurry up. The sun won't wait for you. I have something to say to you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm already starving to death. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, there is no great shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So, what would be so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, diddle-deedle-diddle-dugga-dugga-deedle-diddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum if I were a wealthy man. have to work hard. Diddle-deedle-diddle-dugga-dugga-deedle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty rich dugga-dugga-deedle-diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud quack and clack and will land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, diddle-deedle-diddle-dugga-dugga-deedle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-deedle-diddle-dugga-dugga-deedle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty rich dugga-dugga-deedle-diddle man, I'd see my wife, my Golda, looking like a rich man's wife with the proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oi, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town will come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the wise. If you please, Reptavia, pardon me, Reptavia, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. My, and it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day, and that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, diddle-deedle-diddle-dugga-dugga-deedle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-deedle-diddle-dugga-dugga-deedle-diddle-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? You forgot my order for the salmon. Oh, Red Murka, I had a little trouble with my horse.
Tevye, you didn't bring the rabbi's order.
I know, Redmender.
Tevye, you forgot my order for the salmon.
Oh, this is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Talking about news. Terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What is it?
What does it say?
In a village called Ryzhenka, all the Jews were evicted and forced to leave their homes. For what reason? It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land, maybe a plague. May the Tsar have his own personal plague. Amen.
Why don't you ever bring us some good news?
I only read it. It was an edict from the authorities. May the authorities start itching in places that they can't reach. Amen. Well, why do you curse then? What good does your cursing do? You stand around and curse and chatter and don't do anything. You'll all chatter your way into the grave.
Excuse me, you're not from around here.
No.
Where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student in the university there. University? Is that where you learned to criticize your elders? That's where I learned that there is more to life than talk. You should know what is going on in the outside world. Why should I break my head about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it will land in your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to what's happening in the world.
He's right.
He's right, and he's right. How can they both be right?
You know what, Avram? You are also right.
He's right. He's still wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Tevye, the rabbi's order. My cheese.
So you're from Kiev, Rabbi? Oh, Perchik. Oh, Perchik. So you're a newcomer here? Yes. As Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
That was Moses.
Forgive me. As King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
For a man who was slow of tongue, he talked a lot.
And the cheese?
Oh, of course. Here, have a piece. I have no money, and I am not a beggar. Here, it's a blessing for me to give. Very well. For your sake. Oh, thank you. You know, it's not a crime to be poor. In this world, it is the rich who are the criminals. Someday their wealth will be ours. That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who would make this miracle come to pass?
Well, people. Ordinary people.
Like you.
Like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden day comes, how will you live? Oh, by giving lessons to children. Do you have children? I have 5 daughters. 5? Daughters. Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
A radical.
I would be willing to teach them, to open their minds to great thoughts. What great thoughts? Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times. But I am a poor man. Food for lessons. Good? Oh, good. Stay with us for the Sabbath. You know, we don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, if a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where does the good book say that?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that, but somewhere in it it has something about a chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a very pleasant daughter. I have 5 pleasant daughters. Come here, my jewels. This is mine. And this is mine. And this is mine. And this is mine. And this is mine. And... Oh! Good God. Perchik, this is not mine. This is motor Cam's oil. He is.
So, you did me a favor and came in.
This is also mine. Golda, this is Reb Perchek from Kiel, and he is staying with us for the Sabbath. He's a teacher. Would you like to take lessons, children? I am really a good teacher. A very good teacher.
Well, I heard once the rabbi who must praise himself has a congregation of one.
Your daughter is a quick and witty tongue. The which she gets from me. As the good book says.
That good book can wait. Guess what?
The tongue she gets from her mother.
Motel, you're also eating with us.
With you, if I may.
Of course, another blessing. Zeitel, 2 more. Sprinter, Bielka, get washed. Get the candles, all right? Have you go too. You can wash outside at the well. Motel will help me. Tevye, I have something to say to you.
Why should today be different?
Tevye, I have to tell you about...
I'm praying. No.
Laser Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher? About what?
I don't know. Only that he said it is important.
What can be important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him and talk to him.
Talk to him about what? If he wants my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message. At least you can talk to him.
Talk to him about what? He wants my new milk cow.
Talk to him.
All right. After the Sabbath, I'll talk to him. Yes, I saw her.
If we decide on someone, there will be a match. And then it will be too late for us.
Oh, Cycle, don't worry. I have found someone who will sell me his new sewing machine. So, in a few weeks, I'll have saved up enough money to buy it, and then your father will be impressed with me.
But more than a few weeks might be too late.
But what else can I do?
You could ask my father for my hand tonight. Now.
But why should he consider me now? I'm only a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
Oh, Cycle, if your father says no, that's it. It's final. Il y a la tri.
Oh, Motel.
But I'm only a poor tailor.
Motel, even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
All right. All right. It's late! Where's everybody? So late. Red Tevye. Later, Motel. Come, children, come. We're lighting the candle. Red Tevye. Well, Motel, what is it? Well, Motel, what is it? Good Sabbath, Red Tevye. Oh, good Sabbath, good Sabbath. Come, children, come. May you come to be Morka. Yes, Azul. Please bring me a bottle of your best brandy and 2 glasses.
Oh, your best brandy, Red Walker.
What's the occasion? Are you getting ready for a party? There might be a party. Maybe even a wedding. A wedding! Wonderful! And I'll be happy to make the wedding merry. Lead the dancing and so forth. For a little fee, naturally. Naturally, a wedding is no wedding without you and your little fee.
Good evening, innkeeper.
Good evening.
We'd like to drink. Sit down there, sir.
Vodka, schnapps,
Vodka.
right away.
Good evening.
Good evening, Tevye.
What are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow. Oh, good evening, Reblazar. Tevye, sit down. Have a drink. Oh, I won't insult you by saying no. So, how goes it with you, Tevye? How should it go? You are right. And you? The same. I'm sorry to hear that. How's your brother-in-law in America doing? I believe he's doing very well. He wrote you? Not lately. Why? Then how do you know? Well, if he was doing badly, he'd write. Tevye, I suppose you know why I wanted to see you. Yes, I do. There's no use talking about it. Why not? Why, yes. Why should I pardon her? Well, you have a few more without her. Oh, I see. Today you want 1. Tomorrow you may want 2. 2? What would I do with 2? The same you do with 1? Henry, this is very important to me. Why is it so important to you? Frankly, because I am lonesome. Lonesome? What are you talking about? You do not know? We are talking about my new milk cow, the one you want to buy from me. A milk cow, so I won't be lonesome. What's so funny? I was talking about your daughter. Your daughter, Zytel. My daughter, Zytel? Of course. Your daughter, Zytel. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made a good impression on me. I like her. And as for me, Tevye, as you know, I'm pretty well off. I have my own house, a servant, a good store. Look, Tevye, why do we have to try to impress each other? Let's shake hands and call it a match. And you won't need a dowry for her. And maybe you'll find a little something in your own purse, too. Shame on you! Shame! Find something in my purse. My daughter's not the sort I'd sell for money. All right. Just as you say, we won't talk about money. The main thing is, let's get it done with. I like her, and I will be good to her, Tevye. What do you think? What do I think? Do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? You can have a fine conversation with him if you talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, not everybody has to be a scholar. And if you're wealthy, no one will call you stupid. And with the butcher, my daughter would surely never know hunger. Of course, he is a problem. He's much older than she is. But that's her problem. But she's much younger than he is. That's his problem. I always thought of him as a butcher, but I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her, and will try to make her happy. What do I think? It's a match. You agree? I agree. Oh, Tevye, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it. Vermonka. To you, my friend. Why not? To you. To the both of us. To our agreement. To our agreement. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. And most important, To life, L'chaim, 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 to life. It's to the father I try to be, to you I'm right to be. Drink L'chaim, to life, L'chaim, 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 to life. Life has a way of confusing us, drink L'chaim, to life. God would like us to be joyful even when our hearts lie patching on the floor. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? To life, L'chaim. To Zeitel, my daughter, my wife. It gives you something to think about, something to drink about. Drink L'chaim. To life. And Marka, accessible. Drink for everybody. Hey! I'm taking myself a prize. Who's it to be? Heavy, velvet cycle. Azasa. To Tevye. My wife. Dirty peasant once, not like a peasant once. Drink L'chaim to life. L'chaim, to life. It's just a wedding to make a stain and spin another day. Drink L'chaim to life. Raise a glass and sip a double shot in honor of the great good that favor do. You know that when good fortune favors you, such men in fact to reason, we deserve it too. To us and on with fortune. Be happy, be healthy, love right. And if our good fortune ever comes, do whatever comes. Drink L'chaim to life. wanted a son, but one a little younger than myself.
Good evening. Oh, good evening, Constable. What's the celebration?
Teddy's married off his oldest daughter.
May I offer my congratulations then?
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Oh, Teddy, I have a piece of news that I think I should tell you. As a friend.
Yes, Your Honor?
And I am telling you this news because I like you. You are a decent, honest person, even though you are a Jewish dog.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And the news?
We have received orders that sometime soon this district is to have a little unofficial demonstration.
A pogrom? Here?
No. Just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not too serious, just some mischief. So that if an inspector comes through, he will see that we have done our duty. Personally, I don't know why there has to be such trouble between people, but I thought I should tell you, and you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You are a good man, if I may say so. It's a pity you're not a Jew.
That's what I like about you, Teddy. Always joking. And congratulations again for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor, and goodbye. Dear God, did you have to send me news like that? Today of all days? It's true that we are your chosen people, but once in a while, can't you choose someone else? Anyway, thank you for sending a husband for my title. L'chaim. Now, children, I will tell you a story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it together. All right?
All right, Perchik.
Good. Now, Laban had 2 daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel, and Jacob loved the younger, Rachel, and asked for her hand. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years.
What's Laban mean, man?
Of course, he was an employer. Now, after Jacob had worked for 7 years, do you know what happened?
No, Perchik.
Laban fooled him and gave him his ugly daughter, Leah. And so, to marry Rachel, Jacob was forced to work another 7 years. You see, children, the Bible clearly teaches us you must never trust an employer. Do you understand?
Yes, Perchik.
Good. Now,
Papa's up, yes? No, Mama. Then enough lessons. We have to do Papa's work today. How long can he sleep? He staggered home last night and fell into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a word out of him. Put that away and clean the barn and call me when Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Perchik.
oh, do you think so?
Although I don't know that the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
And neither, I suppose, would the rabbi's son.
My little sisters talk too much.
And what do you know about him, except that he is the rabbi's son?
At least I know this. He has no strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Oh, certainly. Any new idea would be strange to you. Remember, the Lord said, "Let there be light."
Yes, but he wasn't talking to you personally.
You have spirit, even a little intelligence, perhaps. But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, it is a rusty tool. Good day, Hogan.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl,
But I suppose that's too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Oh, our traditions. Nothing must change. Everything is perfect, exactly the way it is.
We like our way.
Our ways are changing all over but here. Here, men and women must keep apart. Men, study. Women, in the kitchen. Boys and girls must not touch. Should not even look at each other.
Well, I'm looking at you.
You are very brave. Do you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate without the permission of a matchmaker? They hold hands together. They even dance together. New dances, like this. I learned it here. Do you like it?
It's very nice.
There. We have just changed an old custom.
Yes, well, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. I mean, good day, Perchek.
Good day, Huddle. Bielka. Spritzer. What's your name?
Hold on, Papa.
Where's Zeitel?
She's in the barn, milking.
Oh, call her out.
Zeitel. Zeitel.
Oh.
Zeitel.
Ah, Archie. How did lessons go today? I think we made a good beginning. Huh? Good.
Ah! He's finally up! What happened last night? Besides you drinking like a peasant,
Go away.
did you see Mr. Wolf? What did he say? What did you say? Do you have news?
Patience, woman, patience. As the good book says, good news will stay and bad news will refuse to leave.
You can die from such a man.
Ah, Zeitel, my lamb, here. You are to be congratulated. You are going to be married.
Married? What do you mean, Papa?
Laser Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it. The butcher. Oh, my heart told me this was our lucky day. Oh, dear God. I thank thee, I thank thee.
Well, what have you to say, Zeitel?
What can she say? My firstborn, a bride. May you grow old with him in fortune and honor, not like Fruma Sarah, that first wife of his. She was a bitter woman, may she rest in peace, not like my Zeitel. And now Miss Sanctiente, my Zeitel, a bride! Mazel tov, Zeitel.
You call that a mazel tov? And you, Red Perchik, aren't you going to congratulate her? Congratulations, Zeitel, for getting a rich man. Again with the rich. What's wrong with being rich? There's no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse. May the Lord smite me with it, and may I never recover. The Lord knows I mean only your welfare. Don't you, Zeitel? You see? I see. I see very well. Well, Zeitel, why are you so silent? Aren't you happy with this blessing?
Papa,
What's wrong? Tell me.
I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him, I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant. I take ditches, I'll not rot. Only don't make me marry him, Papa, please.
But what's wrong with Laser Wolf? He likes you.
I will be happy all my days, Papa. All my days and happy. I'll take ditches, I'll not rot.
But we made an agreement. And with us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Papa, please don't hurt me. I'll take ditches.
All right. All right. I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
It seems it was not ordained that you should have all the comforts of life, or that we should have but a little happiness in our old age.
Lieutenant, may I speak with you, please?
Later, Motel, later.
I would like to speak to you, Lieutenant.
Not now, Motel. I have problems.
But that's what I would like to speak to you about. I think I can help.
Oh, certainly. Like a bandage can help a corpse. Goodbye, Motel. Goodbye.
At least listen to him, Papa.
Very well. You have a tongue talk.
Lieutenant,
I hear you are arranging a match for Zatel. He also has ears. I have a match for Zatel.
What kind of a match?
A perfect fit.
A perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
This match was made exactly to measure.
Perfect fit. Made to measure. Stop talking like a tailor. Tell me who it is!
Please stop yelling. I'm not yelling.
Who is it?
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 It's me. Myself.
Him? Himself? But you are completely out of your mind or you're crazy. He must be crazy. What are you, everything? The bridegroom? The matchmaker? The guests all rolled into one? I suppose you'll even perform this ceremony yourself. You must be crazy.
But as for being my own matchmaker, I know it's a little unusual.
A little unusual? It's crazy.
Times are changing, Reb Sevier. The thing is, your Dr. Seifel and I gave each other a pledge over than a year ago that we would marry.
You gave each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa, we gave each other our pledge.
They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of. Absurd. You gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. Where do you think you are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where they think they are? America? What do you think you're doing? You snitcher! You nothing! Who do you think you are? King Solomon? This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I will not, I cannot allow. Tradition. Marriages must be arranged by the Papa. This should never be changed. One little time you pull out the prop and when to stop, when to stop, when to stop. Do I still have something to say about my daughter? Or doesn't anyone have to ask the father anymore?
I wanted to ask you for some time, Reb Sevier, but first I wanted to save up for my own sewing machine so that you would be impressed with me.
Stop talking nonsense. You are just a poor tailor.
That's true, Reb Sevier. But even a poor tailor decides to do some happiness. I promise you, Reb Sevier, your daughter will not starve.
He's beginning to talk like a man. On the other hand, what kind of a match would that be with the poor tailor? On the other hand, he's an honest, hard worker. On the other hand, he's absolutely nothing. On the other hand, things can't get any worse for him. It can only get better. Tradition! Well, children, when shall we make the wedding?
Thank you, Papa. You won't be sorry, Reb Sevier. You won't be sorry.
Sorry, I'm sorry already.
Oh, thank you, Papa. Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa. They gave each other a pledge. Modern children. Golda. What will I tell Golda? What am I going to tell Golda?
Help! Oh, Mother, you were wonderful. It was a miracle. It was a miracle.
Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles. God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles, walked in through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles. I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. That was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea, that was a miracle. Lord, our miracles, Lord, miraculous one, oh God, set out of a worthless lump of clay. God has made a man today. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles, I
Iognáid was afraid that God would frown, turned him around and miracles led him to the promised land. And David